Hi guys, Chris here and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my TBR for the Historical Fiction-a-thon. This readathon takes place from October 3rd through October 18th. This readathon is being hosted by Bree, Amara, and Christy, and I will link to their pages and announcement videos below. There are 5 prompts for this readathon with a bonus 6th prompt. The first prompt is to read a historical fiction book set in the decade that your grandparents were born. So my gran was born in 1931, so I will be reading a historical fiction book from the 1930s. So I went to my historical fiction shelf, and the book that I picked out that's set in the 1930s is Murder, Most Unladylike by Robin Stevens. I knew nothing about this book other than the fact that it was set in the 1930s. So let's see. 1934, when Daisy Wells and Hazel Wong set up a secret detective agency at Deep Dean School for Girls, they struggled to find a truly exciting mystery to investigate, unless you count the case of Lavinia's missing tie, which they don't. But then Hazel discovers the body of science mistress Miss Bell, but when she and Daisy return 5 minutes later, the body has disappeared. Now the girls have to solve a murder and prove a murder has happened in the first place, before the killer strikes again and before the police can get there first, naturally. But will they succeed? And can their friendship stand the test? So this is a middle grade mystery historical fiction, and it'll definitely take care of the prompt since it's set in 1934. Next up is to choose a historical fiction with your favorite color on the cover. For this, I'm going to read The Sea Garden by Deborah Lawrenson. My favorite color is purple. And I don't know if you can see, but there are purple flowers all over the cover of this book, so this definitely fits the prompt. This has dual timelines. We have present day, where Ellie Brooke is working to restore a historical garden. And then in the past, we have set around World War II. 2 women, Iris and Marthe, and they work in the lavender fields of Provence. I'm assuming at some point their stories will cross paths, but this will definitely fulfill the prompt for favorite color on the cover. The third prompt is to read a middle grade historical fiction, and obviously I can use Murder, Most Unladylike since that is a middle grade novel. However, I'm hoping to read a different book for each prompt. So for this one, I've chosen The Mystery of the Clockwork Sparrow by Catherine Woodfind. Let's see, I went into this not knowing anything about it. I was just looking for middle grade historical fiction. So, you are cordially invited to attend the grand opening of Sinclair's department store. Enter a world of bonbons, hats, perfumes, and mysteries around every corner. Wonder at the daring theft of the priceless Clockwork Sparrow. Tremble as the most dastardly criminals in London enact their wicked plans. Gasp as our bold heroines, Miss Sophie Taylor and Miss Lillian Rose, crack codes, devour iced buns, and vow to bring the villains to justice. The fourth prompt is to read a historical fiction you've had for a while and keep setting aside. For this, I chose An Eye Darken by Kirsten White. For whatever reason, I've had this book on several TBRs and I just never seem to get to it, so I figured now's the time. This book is set in the Ottoman Empire, and I believe it is also a fantasy. Plus, if I wanted to, it has my favorite color on the cover. So, here's another one where I could double up on prompts if I needed to. Next up is to read a historical fiction that's a mystery. Obviously, I have a few of those already on my list, but I'm hoping that I will be reading A Dangerous Collaboration by Deanna Raybourn for this one. This takes place in the late 1800s and follows Veronica Speedwell as she solves mysteries. This is the 4th book in the series, and so far I have loved the first 3 books, and I'm really looking forward to diving back in. And for the bonus prompt, we have read an Agatha Christie mystery, and I have gone with The Mysterious Ferret Styles. This is the first book in the Hercule Poirot. I'm not quite sure how you say his last name. But this is the first book in that series, and a few months ago I read And Then There Were None and loved it, so I was really excited to see that reading an Agatha Christie mystery was one of the prompts, as it gave me the perfect reason to pick up another Agatha Christie book. So these are some of the books that I'm hoping to read during the Historical Fiction-a-thon. Let me know if you are participating down below and what books you're reading. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye!